I'm gonna show you how to build a bigger chest without even stepping foot in the gym. In order to maximize the muscle building effect from an exercise, there's a few criteria that we need to check off, and I think we just might be able to do that with push-ups.
So I have 3 criteria. The first is high tension and high stretch. The second thing is it needs to feel good. And then the third thing is
potential for overload.
That's it.
That's actually it.
My man.
Let's go. Okay.
So I'm gonna add to the beginning is you need to do the right exercise and you need to do the exercise right. And that's gonna imply we need proper form, obviously, to make the exercise do the right thing for us. So first we're gonna take a look at the correct form for a push-up. Then we're gonna talk about the tension and the stretch position. We're gonna make sure that you're not doing something that's painful, which I have firsthand experience with. After breaking my neck, I had a lot of issues with my shoulders and I wasn't able to do more than 2 or 3 push-ups. And if I tried, it would take 1 to 2 weeks before the pain in my shoulders would go away. And then we're gonna talk about ways that you can progressively overload a push-up in order to continue building that muscle. So you're gonna start by getting yourself in position with your knees below your hips and your hands below your shoulders, and then put your legs out behind you. And then you're gonna start by tensing up your toes, your legs, your butt, and your abs to tuck your butt in and your hips forward so that you have a nice straight position from your feet all the way to your shoulders, and keep your head up slightly. You want your elbows flared about 30 to 45 degrees from your body, and you want your elbow to move a very small amount or not move at all and remain pretty much above your wrist. At the top of the motion, you want your shoulder blades protracted, and then as you start to go down, you want to retract them, depress them, and tuck them in, and keep them tucked in throughout the rest of the motion until you're back up to the top of the motion, where you'll push through and then again protract your shoulder blades. Next, we need to find your starting place, and that can be really anywhere. If you're not yet able to do push-ups from your knees, then you can lean against the counter or a couch and do these more inclined push-ups, which is going to reduce the total weight that you're going to have to push against in the vertical position. And then the options going up in more increasing difficulty are push-ups from your knees, regular push-ups from your feet, and then decline push-ups where your feet are on an elevated surface. And there's reasons to argue that that might be superior for muscle growth in your chest than even the regular push-ups. Now, I would suggest testing these different variations out. And if you're between two, pick the one that takes you to failure around 10 to 15 reps. And if any of them are getting you over 30 reps before you fail, then you need to start at a harder position. So why decline push-ups? Well, they target the upper pecs more than any other push-up form, and that's one of the harder places to grow. Plus, research has shown that the decline push-ups or incline bench press also target the mid and lower pecs equally to other forms. Now for progression, you can't just keep doing reps into the hundreds, because that's gonna waste a lot of time and there may not be benefits to doing that low of a work. So you need to find ways to increase the burden on your muscles with less reps. I would suggest not going over 30 reps, but you need to fail, like completely burn out your muscles at 30 reps. Depending on where your starting point is, you can add reps and then add more challenging push-up variations and make a lot of steps in progression. Other ways that we can progressively overload the exercise is to add weight on our backs or to do more difficult progressions of push-ups. Now the progression of push-ups can only take you so far, and that's where you're gonna want to add weight on your back. The easiest way being filling a backpack with weights. Obviously at a certain point you're gonna run out of work, but by that point you're probably gonna have a pretty darn impressive chest. So one of the more difficult push-up variations is called the archer push-up, where you're turning your body from side to side, basically doing the push-up with one side of your chest at a time. And then of course, wearing a backpack with weighted objects like water or books is pretty self-explanatory. Now, I want to take this opportunity to point out that I do have a video about a revised, in my opinion, better push-up challenge than the typical 100 push-ups per day. So if you're interested, take a look at that video. I'll link it above. Now, working on power is also a good thing to focus on with your chest, and you can do this at the end of a workout or at the start to burn yourself out a little bit before you get into the other exercises if those are too easy. And that can be with jumping push-ups, or to start, just even doing a push-up as fast as you can in the upward position, and then slowly coming down in a controlled manner, and then stepping up to doing from your knees a push-up where your hands leave the ground, and then from your feet where your hands leave the ground. Then you can throw in a clap if you'd like to, or just try to get higher up off the ground each time. And as you can see, I've done this entire video in my living room, so you can do this workout anywhere you want and slowly build upon it and progress. And if you do this consistently and continue to overload your muscles, you will make progress with your muscle gains and develop a bigger chest. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in seeing more videos, maybe a workout using dumbbells only, things that you can do from home as well, check out the videos linked above, and I hope to see you in the next video.